Hi, everybody. I am so happy for you to join us today. We've got a great show. We've got Jaron George and Carolyn Bergie. A lot of like tonight in the show, and I'm super excited about both of them. So let's go ahead and get started. It's Sarah Kennedy and Friends.
Sarah Kennedy. Friends. Sarah and Friends.
Oh, goodness gracious. Everybody, welcome to Sarah Kennedy and Friends. I'm Sarah Kennedy, and I'm the host of the show, but really the focus is on the friends. So that means both our guests tonight, Jaron George and Carolyn Bergier, but that also means you. So you may be watching this on Facebook or possibly YouTube or maybe Twitch or Periscope even. I try to put this out as far-reaching as possible, but wherever you're joining us here tonight, welcome. Also, this show lives and breathes with friendship, and that includes hearing from you. So please, if you've got the opportunity to do some comments and you want to like chit chat with us tonight, we encourage that. So go ahead and put your chit chats in the chit chat box, and then whenever they are relevant or cool or whatever, I'll be able to share them with everybody too. It's a big part of this evening's show. We've got two great guests and two great segments as per usual. So I am very, very excited to jump in with everything today. You guys know I'm not much of a monologue writer, but I did want to kick things off tonight right. So happy 3/11, everybody. I love 3/11, the band. I love the date because of the band. I think it's great. And it's also, so not only is it a day to get to celebrate the band and their many, many hits, including Come Original, Amber, Don't Go Home. Is that one? It doesn't matter. More importantly, it's a day for me to get to celebrate my absolute favorite tattoo, which is this one that's on somebody else. That's not on me. It is a pretty solid tattoo though. I like that they took the second one and they made it into a T, even though it's clearly an I, even though it doesn't have to be an I because it could be the number one. But I do have to mention that it is on somebody else again, because number one, I would never wear those Live Strong bracelets like that. But also number two, my mom watches the show and I do not want her thinking that I had gotten this as a tattoo. We all know that my two tattoos are, of course, the really cool S and the Flonase B, or the Nasonex B. And where are those? I wear so many layers that ideally nobody knows. And nobody should know until possibly I donate my body to one of those bodies exhibits and then they put me on display and then you guys would all see that I was lying and I do have that 3/11 tattoo. But either way, you know what? Whatever tattoos you have, whatever music you're into, whatever tattoos you've gotten based on the music that you're into, today's that kind of day to celebrate it. So happy 3/11, everybody. Whew, man. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Congratulations. That's a fiancé anniversary. So congratulations. That's great, man. 2 years ago today, I was in a play in New York, and I was reminded of that today, and I was super into it. Hello. Welcome. Happy to have you guys. Happy to have everybody. Ooh, well, hello there. Hey, guys, friends. Yeah, that's pretty much, the way that I say hello is like Ann Curry, that one episode where she says, good morning in the news this morning, good morning. That's how I say hello at the beginning of my shows, too. I go like, hey, guys, how's it going on, guys, friends? Hey, hi, hello. So hello, happy 3/11. We've got such a killer show tonight that I would hate for us. Oh, good question, Mike. Amber is the color of my energy. I don't know. I haven't had one of those. What am I trying to describe? Do you guys remember at Claire's when they had those cards right up at the register that had a little bit of you could like put your finger on it and then it would almost be like a mood ring, but it would tell you like, oh, your crush definitely has a crush on you. I like to think that's also a way to tell the color of your energy. And if I had one of those cards right now, I think it'd be like weird yellow amber, really. We have such a show. such a great show. I do not want to delay it any longer. So let's move on to one of your all favorite parts of the whole show, which is of course guest. Oh no, yeah, there it is. If you guys, I'm sorry, I forgot about this part. If you guys did not get a chance to thoroughly celebrate 311 Day, please remember that it is always 311 Day in the 99-cent CD section of your local Goodwill store. There's always a chance to celebrate 311 Day. All right, like I was saying, guest. Let's go ahead and bring up our first guest. I love him. I get the chance to hang out with him every single week as part of the Spec Script podcast. He also has his own Twitch channel, Twitch show that he does called Settled on Catan. And I have plenty of questions to ask him about that later. But for now, you get to enjoy the comedy stylings of one incredible, amazing Mr. Jaron George.
Oh man, okay, now I love the cutaway music. All right, hey, happy 311, everyone! Yeah, woo-hoo! Before I start, I have a speech for 311. I just want to say we've changed a lot and then some, knowing that we always been down. And if I ever didn't thank you, then just let me do it now. Thank you. All right, hey everyone. Hey, good news! I just got back from the stylist, and I went with the rapper Tyler the Creator, but with a midlife crisis. Okay, all right, looking good. Things are going great. I celebrated my mom's birthday last month. She's in New York. Sent some flowers. You know, I sent a tablet and everything, and you know, she's about to retire, and you know, we had a good conversation, and I asked her like where she wants to retire, and she's like, oh, I don't know, maybe like Bahamas, Antigua. What do you think, Mom? Maybe those places. And then without batting an eye, she said, Delaware. We don't have anyone in Delaware. No family relatives, not even friends. I don't even think I ever visited Delaware. I had to look it up on some pictures on Google Images, and I put it in comparison to North Korea, and I couldn't tell the difference which one. So my two things, I just hope my mom is like just wants to be like in a very dull setting, and it's very cloudy, I guess, and she wants to be by herself, or she's running a very corrupted company and she has like an offshore bank account. And you know what, Mom? I just want to say this: you son of a bitch, I'm in. No, I'm the son of a saint. All right. Anyways, hey, I'm 34 years old and I like skateboarding. All right. Yes, I'm living my best life, and it's fun. I'm getting my exercise. It helps me stretch out my potassium, and I go to the skate park, and I see there's other 30-year-old guys who are skating as well, and you know, it's cool because like I made a friend, and I was skating for a good 5 minutes, and then next you know, my back started hurting me, and then next you know, 10 minutes later his back started hurting him, and then we sat down next to each other, and then we started talking about health insurance. Yeah, it was good. We left after the park. After that, I called an Uber. I don't like going to the skate parks anymore because there's skater dads at my age, and that's, you know, 30 to 40. That's the sweet spot nowadays. And they bring their kids, like especially on the weekends. You know, you try to go skating, try to get some air and all that, but they're in your way. And like these skater dads, like man, they're doing kick flips. They're doing like crispy kick flips more than me. You know, I'm just trying to do my best, but like they're doing that while like their kids are like on their knees on the skateboard, just trying to like, I don't know, use their imagination. They're not skating, but they just, you know, they're just in the way. So like you see one of the skaters that they'll go down and then they'll power slide in front of their kid and go like, hey buddy, Tyler, what are you doing, bud? Mom said it was my day, okay? How about you sit on the bench and like play some games on your phone, okay? Come on. You know, all that. So like I gotta deal with that. And last thing is that like there was a skater dad, he played me in the game of skate. If you ever played a game of skate, it was like it's horse, but like it's who has to do like the same tricks, and you gotta land it, or else you get a letter. And then if you get all the letters, you lose. So I was down to my last letter. It didn't take that long. So like he was about to pull off, I guess, his best trick, and his daughter's like on a scooter, circling around us. And then his daughter asks, "Hey, Dad, when are we gonna go home?" And then he lands his 360 flip, is this big 360 kick flip. And then once he landed it, he told his daughter like, "Now we can go home." You guys, it was still my turn. I didn't land it though. That's fine. It was late. The sun was coming down. Last thing I want to say before I go, therapy. I recommend it to folks. I think that's a good idea. I used to I used to go for therapy, but in person before the times. And I'm scared to do the online therapy because I won't have a connection, not only with my therapist, but around my surroundings. I miss reaching out for the tissue box, like, the reaching for the tissue box, and you're about to tell like a story to her, like the tale. And then like you're reaching for the tissue box, it's not there unless there's like a virtual or hologram one. I hope there's an app for that, but it's not the same. And I miss one thing is that like when I'm about to leave and about to end my session, I like to leave it on a cliffhanger. So for example, like when I'm about to leave and my session is over or my hour is over, my therapist Amy would go like, "Wow, all right, Jaron, we did a great job, great progress. I hope to see you next session." And I'm like, "All right, Amy, thank you so much. Oh, by the way, Amy, before I go, I can't smell lavender. Okay, take care. See you next week." And just like leave like that and let her like ponder about that. Oh, what does that mean? And then I come back the next session. I'm just like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not ready. Anyways, I'm ready to enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you. I've been Jaron George. Take care.
Great job, Jaron. That was awesome. I love the idea of like leaving your therapist with a teaser and then just being like, same Jaron time, same Jaron channel, and then just
to get my money's worth. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Good job. Hey, I've got questions because this is, yes, you get to do a set, but this is also, it's mostly a talk show, and I do real cards. Like I take this very seriously. So, okay. Well, okay, I don't know if you know this, but every time I have a comedian on the show, I kick it off with the same first question every time. And I still have not quite gotten a definitive answer about how things are comedy-wise in Portland.
Wow.
So I'm going to ask this question, and if we need to modify it, I'll modify it right afterwards, okay?
All right.
Knowing that we can't have regular comedy the way we've had regular comedy, which do you prefer doing now? Do you like outdoor shows or online shows better?
Ooh. Oh man. I would say the outdoor show because there's a lot of like sources that like of course people are like socially distanced and like in their own like pods and whatnot, and you have like the cars too, and then we have the FM radio. It's really, yeah, it's cool. It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna say my slogan from the show Settle on Catan. Resourceful. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So this is my modified question based on your set. Knowing that we can't have therapy in real life, which do you prefer, online or outdoor therapy?
Outdoor. Please. I mentioned about the tissue boxes. I don't mind like one of the travelers packs if
Just
we have to.
grabbing a flying bird.
Oh, yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's interesting that you mentioned Settled on Catan, and I introed you with that as part of your bio, but like tell people what Settled on Catan is so that they can come and watch it.
Oh, it's live. No, just kidding. It's part of it, but it's like for me, I remember like the first time I played it, and I was hooked, right away. And
Settlers?
Of course, yeah. Settlers of Catan, that's the board game we play it, and it's a really fun game. It turned into a point where like it's really exhilarating, and it was like a lot of fun, and it's a really emotional driven game. I find a lot of social aspects of it is really intriguing, and you learn a lot about yourself as well. I learned a lot about myself, and I think that's what kind of resonates me with that game, because there's this whole like emotional intelligence you have to like kind of I don't know, like kind of grasp. You're trading things. What are you giving up? What do you want? So things like that. who's been honest with you in the game, who's been, who's winning, things like that. So
Yeah, definitely. And how did you know to turn it into a Twitch show or something that you could bring on performers? Like
Mhm.
what?
Well, like first it was a podcast,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
I didn't have like a lot of episodes or so, and this is like when I was first trying to like pick things up and like have people come over, and like sometimes I would like have snacks and appetizers. We play in person. I'll set the mics and everything, but nowadays, like now, it's been pretty good so far with the Zoom. I have the Zoom window set up with the game, and we just play online. You just have to get the Steam account, and you have to buy the in-app purchase of the full game, which is just $5. But you know what? So far, I've been the makers of the game. I've been giving them money because I've been
Yeah.
inviting a lot of people to play, and it's been fun for them. They really want to win. I do want to say, and I don't want that to blind them from
Yeah.
what's happening in the game. And that's the thing. You get to debrief and learn. It's great.
Yeah. I love that. That's awesome. I love that you do that too. Okay, I've got one last question and then we got to scooch on. You have a voice generator app as part of your setup there. And I just want people at home may not know this about you, but as part of SpecScript, whenever we've got a baby or like something evil, like you come in with like some real voice effects. And I was just wondering, which is your favorite and could you display it with maybe the silliest thing you
Oh.
could say using it?
So that's the thing. It's so much power with that.
Yeah.
And the thing is with the voiceover program is like I want to be subtle with it, and I don't know if we had the discussion before, but I never want to like overdo it at all. Where people
Sure,
are just like, oh
sure.
God, Sharon, just shut up with the voices. Like I never wanted to get to that. So
Yeah.
things like that. Whoa, Scott Max, hey howdy. Oh, look at that. So yeah, and that's the. You got a true fan of the show too, Scott Max, right there. But anyways, you caught me at a bad time too because like I just switched operating systems. It's on my Windows, so
Oh no, you're
I'm
on a
on my
Mac
Mac.
right now?
Yeah,
Oh
I'm on a
my
Mac right
goodness
now.
gracious. Well,
Yeah.
which one is your favorite and can you do like a
Oh yeah.
human approximation?
A human. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
your
not a good
impression.
singer, but it's like the cool tunes, like
Oh,
ooh. Oh, I could put on. Oh, I want to have a garage band and I could do it. Oh, no, I
oh
can't. But it's
yeah.
like
When you
ooh.
get a little like auto tune going,
Oh yeah, auto tune.
very good. That's very, very good, Jaron. Okay. Also,
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna throw this up one more time because that was talent, and you deserve to get. You guys, please, if whatever you've got, donate to Jaron for his performance this evening. That was fantastic. All right,
Yeah.
Jaron. I'm gonna bring you back near it at the end of the show because a game we're gonna play with everybody. But for now, we
Okay.
gotta scooch on. Okay.
All right.
All right. Good job. Great seeing you. I'll see you in just a sec. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Ah, man. Y'all, that was Jaron George. He's fantastic. He's out of Portland, but he's from New York, which, I like to bring people from coast to coast here on the show. And he is literally the embodiment of coast to coast. He's doing it for us. Okay. So that was guest. On to your other favorite part of the show, which is, of course, segment. It's usually a time where I either get to be silly or I get to bring in the silliness of friends. And I'm so excited to announce that I've got the silliness of friends coming to visit us today. Jeff Sheen is a fantastic comedian. He's also out of New York. He is Jeff-Sheen on Venmo. And I'll show this again at the end because you're definitely going to want to, shower him in money after you see this. A quick disclaimer. I don't normally feature like poop jokes, fart jokes, bodily humor. That's not usually my thing. I think I've done it one other time in the history of this show. This next one is what I considered to be very, very funny bodily humor. So that's why I thought, why the heck not? Let's bring it on. And it also features a bunch of friends of the show that you might recognize. Here is Jeff Sheen's video, aptly named Endless Fart. Please enjoy. Oh boy. Oh, no. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Sometimes it's a little slow. Here we go.
Ooh. Hey, you know what? I think there's an echo.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, and another one.
Oh! Really long.
What's happening?
It's bad, man.
Oh!
Don't grab. I don't like this at all.
Oh!
Oh!
It won't stop.
Where's all the air coming from? Still going, huh?
Yeah, it's just me now. This fart is ruining my life.
Oh. All right.
Hey, I hear an echo coming.
No, don't. Why would you don't?
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's it's important to showcase all kinds of different humor on this show, and that's definitely a great one. So if you would like to support Jeff Sheen, and then you also saw Sam Evans, Stephen Rogers, who have all been on the show before too. If you'd like, oh no, it's about to show it again. It really is an endless fart. Hold on. There we go. Please throw some money to Jeff Sheen. He is Jeff-Sheen on Venmo. You saw what this video took out of him. So put some money back into him. That's what I always say. Anyway, that was segment. You guys ready for next guest? I am super excited for your next guest. She is the co-host of the Diking Out podcast. She is one of my nearest and dearest friends in comedy. She is we met in New York. She is in like what I can only imagine is like a baby boom area of upstate New York that's very snowy and unable to be found on most maps. But she is fantastic, hilarious, and wonderful. Please put your hands together in an internet way for Carolyn Bergier.
Come on, that just ruined my whole set. I was just going to do 4 minutes of an endless fart. What were the chances? God. Things like this make me so glad that comedy has been, not as active. People are always taking my ideas. Well, plan B, yeah, Sarah's right. I'm one of those assholes who fled New York City this year. You've read about them. It's me. Hi. I did wait 9 months, though. I waited 9 months. I wanted the housing prices to really peak so that I wouldn't miss the city that much. I'm still paying the same amount every month as I paid in the city for slightly more space. In a fixer upper. We'll get to that in a second. There are more exciting things going on, right? The stimulus checks. Are we excited? Huh? About the stimulus checks? People are saying that some are saying, it's fine. We don't need to be spending this much money at this point. A lot of other people I know, they think the check should be bigger. All I know is that if they had just put the guy who puts the cream cheese on my bagel order in charge, we would all be getting 20 grand. What else? I feel like things are going to come back. People are getting vaccinated. Do you guys think that straight pride is going to happen again this year? Right? Do you think? I think straight pride's going to happen. Sorry, you guys call it the state fair. That's it. I think the state fair will definitely happen. Lots of breeders there. Lots of breeders showing off at the state fair every year. I think things. Wow, what a roller coaster. Okay, this is a little controversial. Don't hate me. Hear me out. I'm selfishly kind of glad that the protests have died down, only because I am sick of running into my ex-wife. Yeah, lesbians, they love a good march, and that's what the sensible shoes are for. It's for we're ready to march at any given moment. Give us a worthy cause, and we are showing up there. If you're not running into an ex at a protest, are you even gay? Good question. We'll never know. The first time it happened, it did catch me off guard because I turned around and she was right behind me, and it was so distracting. And we were going, I'm like, defund the NYPD, but also tell your mom if she doesn't want to be upset about the things I say about our divorce on other podcasts, she shouldn't listen. And had to squeeze that onto a sign last minute, real small. It's effective. Okay, what else? I'm remarried. My wife, she feels like since we moved that I have been neglecting her. So she bought a hamster to fill the void, a nocturnal rodent. Is apparently providing her something that I cannot. And I got kind of annoyed the other day because she referred to the hamster as my daughter. And I was like, please don't call her that. She's not my daughter. I would never plot to kill my daughter, I'm a good person. What can I say? Speaking of killing people, my grandma is dead. No, I did not kill her. I know after that last joke, you think like, oh, she killed her. Crazy. She gave it away. And no, my grandmother actually killed people. That's why I'm bringing it up. My grandmother is the killer. So I don't want you to get the wrong idea. She confessed to me in her last days that she had euthanized a couple of terminally ill people in our family, back in the day, I guess, when that was more of an accepted practice. So like the sweetest murder ever. I love my grandma so much. It was rough. She had Alzheimer's. And towards the end, whenever I would visit, she'd ask me if I could kill her. And her short-term memory, though, it was like very shot. So she would forget that she had asked me, and she would ask me over and over to kill her. And I'm like, I'm trying here, but you keep interrupting me. So then I'd have to like lower the pillow down and start all over again. It was a whole thing. A lot of people, they're afraid that when their loved one has Alzheimer's, that they're going to forget their name, which is tough. Not me, though. I was afraid that she would remember the N-word. That's what I was afraid of. Went my whole life without hearing her say that. Didn't want any last minute surprises. Okay, I need to wrap up. I had to buy a toilet for the new house. I decided to get one with a double flush. Those are the toilets with the two buttons, the small one for pee, the big one for miscarriages. And it's been great. I love the options. I also got a fancy toilet seat with a built-in bidet. Have you ever used one of those? Because I can't tell if mine is trying to get me pregnant. That's what it feels like. I've never had sex with a guy, so this is like as close as it gets, I think. And also another thing that seems to be doing things for my wife that I've been too busy to do, if you know what I mean. She's enjoying the bidet too much. By that, I mean I don't have time to clean her butt anymore. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you, Sarah, for having me on. I hope you don't regret it.
That was great, Carolyn. Thank you so much. You guys, this is Carolyn Berger. Thank you for being here. This is fantastic. That was
Thanks
great.
for having me. You missed me?
Yeah, of course. I miss you every single day.
Brightening up your day?
There were a couple moments where I was like, this is dark. And if anybody's just like scrolling by, I don't know if they know that this is comedy, but then like you would zing them. At the end, you got a real zingers in there. And I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Here's a picture of my grandma, if anybody... It's a picture that her friend painted of her, and then I have a picture of the painting. I have to wait until someone else dies to actually get the painting. I'm like next in line for the painting.
Do you have any urge to do that MyHeritage thing where it looks around and like blinks and stuff?
I don't know about that, but I'm already haunted by my dead grandma's memory, so I don't think that's a good idea. I like cry regularly about my dad. It was like 3.5 years ago. I'm not over it. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I make jokes to laugh through the pain. Hi, happy
to have you. Yeah, happy to have you. Okay, I know. So I kick off every interview with the same question, but then I had to ask you that question about reanimating your dead grandma
Sure.
instead. So here we go. New regular question that I ask. Um, now that comedy is weird, which do you
Yeah.
prefer, an outdoor or an online show?
I've been digging the online shows more than I thought I would. And that was just like reaffirming to me how much I actually like hate the MTA, which like played into my decision to move. But I miss the live shows. I like online shows better than what live shows are right now. I will not do like an outside show in New York. Like, can you imagine an ambulance during my Alzheimer's bit? Like that would it's too much.
Too illustrative. I get it.
Yeah, can't do it. But
I
miss the crowds.
Yeah, I agree. We haven't had any outdoor shows here in Albuquerque. Nobody has like the like tech to do it. I mean, we did one over the summer, and
Are you in
then
the 90s? What's going on?
yeah.
What's
Well, it's different here, Carolyn.
Okay.
But then did you hear about people were doing like just like impromptu comedy on the subway?
Yes.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I don't know why people are doing it because honestly, there is also like a big uptick in people getting pushed in front of trains. Like things are a little bit wild, and I'm like, yeah, now you have me supporting the pushers. If you're gonna like surprise people with stand-up comedy on the train, now I have empathy for the wrong people. Don't do it. Yeah, don't make me a monster. It's too late.
No, I think you're doing great. Okay. Okay. So you're in this cabin in the woods, and it's you called it a fixer upper. What has been your hardest project so far? Besides, was it the toilet?
Oh my god, no. So the toilet we had somebody install. There have been a lot of things because we had to fire our contractor who was just like messing things up and was like gaslighting us, and it was a nightmare. So it's like part of it is like fixing what the contractor did. But honestly, what I pulled off the other night was probably one of the harder things. And well, okay, one, I went with butcher block countertops, which it's like really hard to maintain. And I spend like a lot of time rubbing oil into my butcher block. And that's not a euphemism. That's like a little
No.
yeah, that I'm doing. And then the other thing
So all of the countertops are that wood? That
butcher block, yeah. And it's like very high maintenance. It looks great, but I also think I ruined them the other night. But that's another story. Anyway, the hardest thing was when we. So I'm pretty sure that the contractor like stole parts to the glass that need to be installed in the shower because I think he didn't know how to do it and didn't want to do it. So he's like, the brackets went missing, but he was the last one to have them. So we had to like reorder the brackets, but we already fired him. And all we had, so it's like a bathtub and then like a shower in the wall. And we haven't been able to shower. We've been like bathing like the old timey lesbians you see in the movies. Like I'm like Kate Winslet and Ammonite, just like Saoirse Ronan's on my face, and then I'm just like giving myself a sponge bath. And
you need lotion.
Yeah. So I had to install this 80-pound glass panel. It involved like drilling into tile, which is something that you have to like.
You got to do like a wet.
Yeah, wet. You need a diamond tipped drill bit. I was practicing on tile, and you have to get everything perfectly aligned, or else like there's very little room for error. And I did it. And Cecilia and I lifted the giant glass thing, and we got it installed. I was up until 3 a.m. the other night, caulking, handling caulk with both hands for hours. My hands hurt. It was a lot.
You need to start like a web series called like This L House. And it's like this old house, but also like the L word combined. And
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What is your wife's hamster's name?
Oh, Ophelia. So I wanted nothing to do with the hamster. And I'm like, oh, it's a shame because I'm really good at naming animals. And she's like, why? What would you name her? I'm like, Ophelia. And she's like, I love it. Yeah. But then I was like, no, because she's like eventually going to go crazy and then die. So
get thee to a cagery or a ball that goes on the groundery. Okay, great. Okay, so we've got one last question, and then I'm going to move on to the game that I've got to play with you guys because we only have 8 minutes really left together.
All right.
So keep that in mind when I ask you about this, because it's a longer story and it's very interesting.
Okay.
What happened with you and Ricky Lake?
Lesbian.
Okay. I mean, I know what I am, but I'm talking about Ricky Lake.
Okay. Very, very quick. We had a live show, and one of the comedians on it tells a story about running into Ricky Lake at Cubbyhole, and was like, "Oh my God, Ricky Lake, I didn't know that you were gay. I'm gay." And Ricky Lake's like, "I'm not gay. I just come here to be left alone." And I always thought, this is from like years ago, and I thought the story was very suspicious because I'm like, if you're Ricky Lake, you're wearing structured jackets all the time. You don't get left alone at Cubbyhole. Like, nobody gets left alone at Cubbyhole. You can't get left alone if you tried. So I'm smelling bullshit on this. And then a friend of mine decided to buy me, even though it wasn't my story, a cameo of Ricky Lake. But I loved it. It was the best thing ever. I get this cameo. It's Ricky Lake. She's got like this lesbian haircut now. She's all
going like natural gray.
Yeah. So she's looking so gay. And she's like, "Hey, Carolyn, I heard you and your wife got a new place. I really hope I get to meet you someday. Oh, and I have to mention your podcast, Diking Out. Maybe I'll be on it one day." And I'm like, oh my God, Ricky Lake like just came out to me. So then I sent her a DM on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, Ricky, I think you're like an amazing babe. And I just want to let you know you have an open invite to come out on our podcast, when you're ready, rainbow emoji, wink emoji." And then 2 weeks later, she sees it and she likes it. And then I'm like, fuck, she's gay. Just announced like 2 weeks ago she's engaged to a man. So
interesting.
Still be queer. But,
yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not. Yeah,
right.
So. There's plenty of time for
a threesome with Ricky Lake. Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Perfect. Great. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put you back in the down below is what I call it. So
Send me away. Send me away.
Yeah, I'm gonna just introduce this next segment and then I'll bring you right back up. But thank you so much, Carolyn. You're amazing. I'm gonna hold on real fast. I'm gonna show your Venmo one more time. You guys send Carolyn all your money. She just redid her shower, so please help her.
Oh my God. Bleeding money.
Okay, cool.
Bleeding money.
See you in just a sec. Ugh, Carolyn, love her. All right, you guys. So that was guest, and obviously, if you've been watching the show, you know that after guest comes again segment, and I'm super excited about tonight's segment. It's a game, and if you watched last week, you know that I love to play a game that includes both of our guests, and tonight is no different. So here we go. Benito Skinner is a influencer from Instagram. He's also on YouTube. He does impressions of the Kardashians and the Hadids, also himself in high school. He's very influential on the social medias. Bonnie Raitt was alluded to in the promo for this show. She is clearly a legend, a slide guitarist, ranked 89th best guitarist by Rolling Stone magazine and 50th best vocalist by that same magazine. She is a legend. And Boo is a computer animated character from the movie Monsters, Inc. She's a toddler who gets kind of caught up in a monster plot. What do they have in common? Not a lot. But can our guests tonight tell the differences between them and be able to name them based on different facts and trivia about them as it's being read to them? That is the question in tonight's game, which is Benito, Bonnie, or Boo. All right, I'm going to bring them back here. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Here's Carolyn Bergier. Here is Jaron. You guys, are you excited to play Benito, Bonnie, or Boo?
Let's have at it.
Okay, so how familiar would you guys say that you are with Benito Skinner, Bonnie Raitt, or Boo from Monsters, Inc.?
Not at all. I mean, like a little bit. Like I know Bonnie Raitt, I know of Boo, but I've actually never seen Monsters Inc. And this is the first time I'm learning about Benito. So thank you.
Yeah, Benito Skinner, he's so funny. He has and sometimes people don't know him by name, but a lot of his videos go viral. So like he has one where he is talking about how in high school he would say he wasn't gay, but then he would like end up in gay situations or like just be like in the locker room being like Lady Gaga's so hot or whatever. So he does a lot of that stuff. And then Bonnie Raitt, you know, I don't know what to tell you guys. I know a lot to tell you. I've got a good you know, nearly 30 different facts about each of these people. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a minute on the clock and I'm going to have you guys switch off. And the whoever gets the most correct in their 1 minute will be the winner of Benito, Bonnie, or Boo. All right. So who would like to go first? I'll let you guys decide who would like to go first.
Rock, paper, scissors? Or...
You said scissors, so I'm gonna go because that's that's my calling card.
All
Yeah,
right,
thanks.
that's Carolyn. Carolyn,
Thanks,
you're gonna go first. All right, I'm gonna start the thing. Oh, let me pull up the ones, and then for every correct one you get, I'm gonna put a little tally mark on my card, and then we'll please wait until I'm done reading out the entire fact. I promise I won't go slowly. I won't sabotage.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so kicking off tonight's Benito, Bonnie, or Boo is Carolyn Bergier. Here we go. Number one, who has 10 Grammy Awards?
Bonnie.
Yes, that's correct. All right. Who was raised in Los Angeles by Quaker parents?
Boo.
Nope, incorrect. Who is close personal friends with Mike Wazowski?
Benito.
Nope, that's Boo. Okay, who has their bachelor degree in English and Media Studies from Georgetown University?
Bonnie.
Nope, it's Benito. Okay, who sings Angel from Montgomery?
Benito.
Nope, that's Bonnie. All right, who has more than 1 million followers on Instagram?
Benito.
Yep, that's true. That's correct. Okay. Who ultimately convinces monsters to stop scaring kids and instead gets them to laugh as a source of energy for the city of Monstropolis?
Boo.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
All right.
God.
That's it. That's you. That's the end of your turn.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome, Jaron.
Oh no, I don't know.
All right, Jaron.
Oh man.
All right, you ready?
I guess.
Yeah, we're putting another minute back on the clock. You got this. It's All right, here we go.
Wait, can I give it like a three-way answer, like Benito Boo, like
Bonito,
Benito Boo.
Nope. No, you got to do something definitive on this one, okay? And I will say the three options are right there in front of you on the screen. It is
I made it look harder
choice.
than it is.
I was looking for loopholes. Don't worry about it. Okay.
All right, here we go. Starting now. Who considers SpongeBob SquarePants a queer icon?
Benito.
That's correct. Okay, who played the character Dr. Nora in a 1999 episode of Frasier?
Bonnie.
Yeah, just got to think about that one a little bit. Okay, this is the name of the band featuring the lead singer Justin DeArmond.
Bonnie?
Yeah, that's Bonnie Vare. That's absolutely correct. Absolutely. Okay, who is introduced to the audience as a 2-year-old child?
Oh, wait, characters. Boo!
Boo. Correct. Okay. Who is 5 feet 4 inches tall?
Bonnie.
That is Bonnie Raitt. Absolutely. Okay. What do ghosts say when they're trying to scare you?
Oh, Boo.
Boo. Okay, you just got in right under the Good job.
Oh.
All right, great job. Okay, so as of these 2 first rounds, Carolyn has 3 points and Jaron, you have 6. So you've got a strong lead here.
Ouch.
All right. That's it for me though.
That's all right. We're about halfway through, so I think we got another round in us. Carolyn, are you ready to come back?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Here we go. Starting with 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Who was in a recent episode of the TBS hit show Search Party?
Benito.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Who was originally an 8-year-old boy named Raymond?
Boo?
Yeah, it's Boo. Whose estimated net worth is between $750,000 and $5 million?
Benito.
Yep, that's correct. Who calls Sully Kitty?
Boo.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who also goes by the alias Benny Drama?
Benito.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you pull shark to this one. Okay, number 20. Who was born on November 8th, 1949 in Burbank, California?
Bonnie.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine? Which one is a Scorpio?
Bonnie. Those are the horny
Yeah,
ones, right? Okay.
It's actually Bonnie and Benito. They were both born. They're both Scorpios. Good job. Okay, and then how are we doing on time? How did you? Oh, I didn't even start the timer. I'm gonna say you're done. Great
Okay.
job. That was
Fair
fantastic.
Wow.
All right, so you got 10 points total now. And Jaren, you got 1 minute on the clock. You ready?
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Who was in a film nominated for the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature but lost to Shrek?
Boo.
Yeah, it is Boo. What if it had been anybody else? That would have been ridiculous. Whose middle name is Lynn?
Boo.
No, it's Bonnie.
Ah,
Okay. This is 3/4 of the word book.
Oh, 3/4 of the what? We can repeat that again. What 3/4?
Yeah. This is 3/4 of the word book.
Oh, boo. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Boo. It's very good. Okay. Who has 83.7 thousand followers on Instagram?
Bonnie.
It's Bonnie for sure. Okay, and then who had a Julia Roberts, Dennis Quaid movie named after their art?
Oh, Bonnie.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. Congratulations. You did my favorite thing that happens in all games. You tied,
Yes.
which is all I ever ask for. It's 10-10. Great work, everybody. Man,
Wow.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So that's how you play Benito, Bonnie, or Boo. How would you guys describe your experience? Or do you feel like you know more about the three of them?
Yeah. I took
Yeah.
a risk with the Lynn boo, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really disappointed in myself on the first round for somebody who's like been on a real game show before. I was like, I'm really good at guessing if it's multiple choice, and I just proved myself wrong. I'm rusty.
It's all right. This is how you get back into it, especially now that things are opening up.
Right.
You never know what game shows around the corner.
Gonna get back on the circuit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to thank both of you so much for being part of the show. It is always nice to get to see you both. Oh, I know. I already said. Thank you. Gosh. Sorry.
Boo.
Yeah. that was actually Bonnie.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to send you back to the down below so I can close out the show. But
All right.
you are all the best, and I love you very much. And thank you.
Thank you
Everybody,
so much.
everybody say bye. Everybody say bye to Carolyn.
Bye.
Everybody say bye to Jaren. Now send the money on Venmo. All right. So I am very, very, very fortunate to get to do this show in cahoots with the Box Performance Space and Improv Theater in downtown Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you would like to see more stuff by them, they've got programming almost every single day of the week. And now because of COVID, it's almost all online. You can see tomorrow night, the One Night Stanleys, which is one of my favorite improv troupes in town. They do an incredible job of improv on, Zoom, which is mind-blowing, and they blow my mind every week. On Saturday, they have their house team, The Show, that also does improv on the internet. They have karaoke, other talk shows. They've got so many things that are happening. And if you want to find out more information about it, you can go to their website, which is theboxabq.com. It has been a just absolute pleasure to get to hang out here tonight on this Thursday with you, 311. Not showing, my mom, if she was worried about it, I do not have that tattoo of the 311 that says positive or stay positive or whatever it was. I don't have it. If I did have it, I think I would know what the tattoo was, and I would say it a little bit more accurately. regardless, I will see you guys in 2 weeks. And then we will have another big round of fun games, fun guests, and you please have a good night. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.